What happens when you take an incredible smoked beef back rib and combine it with a grilled cheese? If you guys want to see how we make this, here we go. To get started, let's talk about why we're here. Beef back ribs. You're going to start seeing these very commonly in the grocery store because butchers will take these off of their standing rib roast to be able to produce a boneless standing rib roast. A lot of times these will actually go discontinued because they don't sell fast enough, or you might prefer these, but they're very common in the grocery stores right now. These two right here were taken off our rib roast last year when we bought whole prime ribs. We had one of them cut into steaks. We had half of one cut into ribeyes, and the rest of half was a boneless prime rib. Okay, that's how we have two bones. Today is all about a guy that I met, and my guys down the road at Tim G Pits built a fantastic pit for this guy. It was a huge trailer. It had like live fire. It had a griddle. It had like a fridge 48 or 60 on there with a sink, refrigerator, canopy, and lights. I was just drilling ear to ear, right? Is it drilling ear to ear? Drilling.
It's early.
Yeah, whatever it is. But this guy makes his barbecue sauce. So I'm not sponsored. I'm not paid. I'm not nothing. I just met the guy. He actually sent me some barbecue sauce. We kind of talked and stuff like that. I don't typically do this, but I loved the barbecue sauce. This will be the first time that my wife's tried it. I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the better barbecue sauces I've ever had. And so today I'm kind of doing a special just to promote him because I think it's that good. Okay. So here is his other barbecue sauce that's spicy. I've never even tried this one at all. If I had to make a barbecue sauce, I hope mine would be as good as this. So cheers to Mr. Tommy. I love it. So we'll have his link listed below. That's the barbecue sauce we're going to use today. You guys use whatever barbecue sauce you want. Today is all about smoked beef ribs. Then we're going to take all that meat off the bone, chop it up, caramelized onions, some pickles, make it like a grilled cheese. I don't know if I'm going to have pickles. I buy jalapenos and just make a barbecue grilled cheese. All right. First things first, I'm just going to score the back of these. It helps that meat release from the bones. Feeling as dry as this meat is, we're going to have a binder, and I was not prepared for that. So let me get something to add a binder. I had planned to use this as a binder when I went in the refrigerator, but I don't have enough. So what we're going to do is just use mustard, yellow mustard on the bottom. And rub that in really good. Now that the binder's set, we're gonna use our all-purpose Texas rub. You guys can find that recipe at pelletsandpits.com. I'm gonna go about 50-50 between this and my seasoning. I just like the pepper notes that it gives. A little bit more salt than mine has in it. I'm gonna go pretty heavily on the Q that. Since this is a barbecue style sandwich, I definitely want those barbecue notes to come through. And now we're gonna add that W sauce as a binder. All right, same thing. You just want to rub this binder all the way in, the Worcestershire sauce all the way in, all the nooks and crannies. Hit it with that Texas rub, come back, hit it with that Q that, or your favorite barbecue seasoning. One thing I should mention about these bones, when you find them and you think they're a good deal, you might as well go and buy them. There are so many things that you can do with these. We just made birria style tacos on the Flat Top King a couple days ago, and we actually used leftover smoked prime rib bones, which is the same thing as this. There's so many things that you can make with these, so I think it's a good value if you can find them when they are a cheaper side of meat. Sometimes they're expensive because they're, they haven't sold them yet, but I'm telling you, once they mark them down or you find a good deal on them where they're like $5 a pound, fantastic. All right, we're rocking a Lone Star about 275. I've got a mix of B&B pellets and Pit Boss charcoal blend pellets. On the pit they go. We're looking anywhere between 3 and 4 hours. I might rotate them. We might spritz them. We won't know until we get there, like most times. Alrighty, we've been hitting that 3 hour mark. You can see we got some pullback on that bone. I expected to go to 4 hours, but once you start probing, it seems like a little bit hotter than expected. 175-ish. I thought we'd be in about the 165 range. So you can see that depends on where you probe. You know, you're about 20 degrees off. So what we're gonna do is go and take these off.
Boy, they look good.
Yeah. I actually had like a little bite right there. Let me show you what I did. Ah, that's hot. You haven't tasted it, have you?
No.
Oh, jeez. If you guys aren't into the beef rib business, you need to be.
Mmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hot.
Well, yeah, honey.
Mmm. Golly, that's good. I was good just like that.
All right.
Doesn't even need any sauce. Golly, that's good.
So now what we're going to do, basically we're just looking to break down this meat. I would not say this is like rib style cooking. This is almost like braising, right? Now we smoked it, now we're going to braise it. But we're going to have a little help with some barbecue sauce with the acid and all that stuff. So, really quickly, tell you what I can do.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Got a little barbecue sauce on the bottom of the aluminum foil as a little bed. Okay. This still has some rendering to do, so it's gonna make a nice little pan juice with this barbecue sauce. And we'll completely cover it.
Golly, do we have more beef back ribs in the freezer?
No, but like I told the people, we can start looking for them. I told you they're
We
good.
need to get some more. I mean, let's just say one, you know? Let's just...
One rib?
Yeah, just to share.
You like them that much?
It's good. That combination of the that with your Texas style rib is super good.
And just look how juicy they are.
Golly.
I mean, that's a good looking. Just look at that right there.
Mmm.
I mean, already it's a good looking bone.
I mean, yeah, let's...
Mmm.
That combination of seasoning is fantastic. Mmm. Mm.
We'll set that up to the side. Have a little snack. Same thing. Coat it with barbecue sauce.
So now, why are you wrapping in aluminum foil instead of butcher paper?
Well, I know there's going to be a lot of smart answers out there, but this is my answer. Until I'm proven wrong and otherwise, so be it. It's my philosophy. Aluminum foil, to me, traps moisture. Butcher paper allows things to breathe. I'm a butcher paper fan through and through over aluminum foil every single time. Now, the aluminum foil boat or, you know, whatever method where you just wrap it in half is a whole different story. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about completely wrapping your product in aluminum foil. I think it creates like a steam method. It helps to temperature rise a little bit faster because the pressure builds. I'm not a big fan of it. I would much rather do butcher paper. In this method here, I am trying to create a more, not necessarily overcooked, but more tender product, right? It's going on a grilled cheese, so you need that meat to be tender. So in my eyes, it's like the idea of braising. If you take this, cut up in ribs, put it in a stock pot, you know, add some water and cover a lid on it, it's going to break down that meat. So that's what we're doing now. The vinegar from the barbecue sauce, along with the steam and everything else wrapped up, is going to do that same effect. So on the pit it goes for about another hour, hour and a half. And we will check it at that time. While we get some of our prep work done, we're going to allow these to cool down some. So I'm just going to open up the aluminum foil.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. See all that steam escaping? You really don't get that when you deal with butcher paper. All right, the whole idea is you want that meat tender. We let it raise to about 208, 206, 210, depending on where you probed it. I know it seems like a little bit higher temperature than normal, but I want this meat to be extremely tender. Oh, don't mind if I do. Ooh. Now, if you're just doing actual ribs, if you wanted to, what you could do from this point, not let them go as high, maybe 202, 203, somewhere through there. Just make sure you start probing it. I would say maybe about like 195 to 198. You would want to take these out of aluminum foil or open the aluminum foil up, glaze them again, and let that barbecue sauce start getting tacky. And you could add something like that, but since we're going to chop it up, I didn't think it really mattered. Oh yeah. That's kind of like that beef au jus and sauce I was talking about. That's why I wasn't worried about like necessarily drowning it in barbecue sauce, because I knew there's a lot of fat left to render out, and I knew it would mix with that barbecue sauce. And all that right there is flavor. Now that we've got a good baseline on how to smoke beef back ribs, another good application to this, I think, is Mexican style. It really absorbs a lot of flavor. You can put over like fresh corn tortillas, some cilantro, some onion. It just, anytime you can smoke and braise, you know, you got to think about that application. This is just one idea that I had. There's many others out there, but don't be scared to see these in the grocery store and pick them up and say, what can I do with them? And that's what we're doing. All right. We're using a Blackstone griddle today. It's a 22 inch. It's the one I've been using on the Flat Top King lately. And so this is what we're going to do. We're going to start some thick cut bacon, because I thought what goes better with a grilled cheese than bacon. And I'm going to start caramelizing some onion. To get there, we need to chop up some onion. Not a big deal. I have some smoked, or homemade smoked beef tallow. I've made this about, I don't know, 2 or 3 months ago. And we actually have a video on it that we're going to be posting shortly. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. Incredible flavor. Just to show how easy that meat comes apart, I'm just going to cut them a little bit for you so you can see. Just look at that right there. I mean, that is, just look at that. Sucker's fantastic.
Can we just eat them like that?
Yeah, you can.
Try.
Heck, we ate the whole other one.
Let me try a bite though.
Are you kidding me? Here. You want some of that sauce?
Mm-hmm. Golly.
Now you got me wanting a dang bite.
That's good. That is good.
Move them onions off to the cool part of the griddle. My bacon's almost done. I'm gonna keep an eye on those. I might actually just go ahead and move those to the cool part as well. All right, at this point, you should have some extremely tender beef. You see it's falling off the bone extremely well. Plus, that's going to help the bite on the grilled cheese. You know, you don't want this stuff too tough, especially when you're going through a grilled cheese. So I'm going to go through a couple and just show you really quick, and then I'm going to start chopping it up. You can gnaw on that stuff later. So this is what you should be left with. Some fantastic beef. Get one of those end pieces with all that bark on there. That's going to definitely up the flavor game right there. Once it's all chopped up, let me give this a good shake. I'm going to add just a little bit, not a lot. I don't want this too saucy, but I just want to incorporate a little bit more of that barbecue flavor. Oh yeah. All right, to make our smoked beef back grilled cheese, this is how we're going to do it. Add a nice little bed of those caramelized onions. On mine, I'm going to add some pickled jalapenos, some of that bacon. Come back with some of that beef. Top it off with a slice of American cheese. And on mine, I'm going to top it off with a slice of pepper jack as well. Now that looks like a dang good grilled cheese. Holy smokes. Just like that. While this is cooking, I'm going to make another one exactly the same way. It's just one's going to have jalapenos and one won't. Since you did it on the first side, let that butter melt.
First one got away from us. You gonna tell them why?
No.
Because our daughter just got a poster of Carson Beck in the mail, and he was having a fit.
That's gonna be outlawed. I'm a Tennessee fan, I ain't no Georgia fan. Here. Alrighty, looking good. I think they're ready to pull off. I just took my dome out a little bit, kind of domed it, just let that cheese melt. I cheated a little bit, and on the other side that we didn't have cheese, I actually went inside and grabbed another slice of American cheese because I just didn't think it was cheesy enough, and I added it there. No biggie. I just want to make sure that we got a grilled cheese, not a sandwich with cheese, you know? Now for the moment of truth. Boy, that's a good looking grilled cheese right there. Mm. Mm.
It'd be better if it wasn't 40 degrees outside.
Ironically enough, I know it sounds crazy, the bacon comes through. Try a bite of that sucker. Mm. It's got the jalapeno in there, you'll live. Oh, it's black pepper, it's too spicy. Mmm. 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 Mmm.
I think it could use a little more sauce.
You told me not to add too much sauce.
I know.
And then you got me nervous thinking, well, maybe I don't want it too saucy.
It could use a little more sauce.
It could. That's good sauce. That's not overpowering. You have a sauce on the side. It definitely needs a sauce.
Give me another bite.
That is so good.
The ribs are fantastic by themselves. So this would be a good leftover rib idea.
The crazy thing is, I had high expectations just because I thought the flavors would go well together. But I didn't expect it to be this clean. Like, I thought it'd be like extremely heavy and gooey and messy and like just over the top, just like, but good. But it doesn't really taste like that. Like, it comes through like gentle. I know that's weird.
Pellets and Pits, home of gentle barbecue.
What I'm saying is, if I eat both of those, you're not going to be like...
You're not going to feel bad about yourself.
It don't feel as bad, you know? Right.
I know, I'm looking forward to just eating those ribs.
I'm looking forward to eating the rest of these grilled cheeses. All right, like I mentioned before, we have Tommy's information listed below. That's it. I mean, just another way just to use a smoker, come out here and just do something different to give you guys an idea and take it there for wherever way you want to. Like I said, you can do Mexican, you can do barbecue, just a lot of different ways to incorporate some fantastic items at the grocery store this time of the year.
That would be good chopped on a bun with some coleslaw.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could do a lot of things with this cut of meat. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Ciao, Tom. God, let's look at that sucker.